Today, and welcome to today's lesson in Engineering Science Info. Today, the chapter we'll be focusing on is dynamics. We are looking at the February 2022 past exam paper, and this type of a question focuses on Newton's laws, specifically the vertical motion. So the question reads, I have a host which lifts a crate of 250 kilograms from rest to a height of 12 meters in 10 seconds with uniform acceleration. Right, so we are dealing with height. Calculate number 1, the gain in potential energy. Number 2, the power to hoist the crate. Solution. And so when we read the question, the first thing we notice is we have a mass. So my symbol for mass is M. It's 250 kgs. So we're going to tick this as it is in the correct SI unit. Mass is measured in kilograms. The crate is moving from rest, so anytime an object is stationary or moving from rest, it means the initial velocity is going to be 0. The symbol which we use for initial velocity is U. It is moving a height of 12 meters, so since this is a vertical distance which is height, we're going to use the symbol as H, and height is measured in meters, so we're going to tick that as the correct SI unit, and T is my symbol for time, and time is measured in seconds. This is correct. So the first step in answering your questions is to pull out the given information and list everything with the correct symbols. Once we listed the symbols, the last thing we do is check the SI units are correct, and then we continue with choosing an equation. So the question reads, calculate the gain in potential energy. So the symbol which we use for potential energy is EP, and if we had to describe potential energy very quickly, it is energy that an object gains due to a relative position above the ground. So that means the object needs to have a height or a different distance above the ground. The formula which we use for potential energy is mgh. M is your mass, so now my mass is 250, my gravity is 9.8. So even though the object is going upwards, we find that the gravity is still going to be positive 9.8, because remember, gravity acts downwards in the center of a mass of an object, therefore the gravity is considered as positive 9.8. The height of the distance that is traveling is 12, so here my potential energy is going to be 29,400 joules. Calculate the power to hoist, which means to simply lift the crane. So if we had to define power, power is simply the rate at which work is done. So when we talk about rate, we are talking about time. Therefore, in this case, the formula which we can use for power is work done over time. So power is going to be work done over time. If I look at the given information here, the work done is not given to us, so we can use the formula for work done. So the formula for work done is force times distance divided by time. Again, we do not have the force, but we know the object has a mass. So my force can be calculated as mass times gravity. We are still multiplying to the distance over time. My mass is 250. My gravity is 9.8. The height or the distance that is traveling is 12 meters. So remember, the S stands for distance. Distance can be horizontal and distance can also be vertical. So in this case, we are using the vertical distance, which is my height. Okay, and the time is 10 seconds. So my power is simply calculated as 29,400 watts. Thank you for watching today's lesson. And if you'd like to receive more videos on the subject engineering science info or on the section dynamics, please subscribe to this channel.